As you all know, the new update of Ultra Kill was released, giving us fishing, balling, and dying repeatedly to the new Prime Sanctum. What's causing all this death? None other than the main boss, Sisyphus Prime. This boss is brutal, being a faster and deadlier version of the previous hardest boss in the game, Minos Prime. It will beat you so hard that you will question how anyone was supposed to beat it. Thankfully, this boss is beatable, as I have done it, with the standard Piercer Revolver too for all the maid outfit wearing sweats in the comment section of my last video on Ultra Kill. And you can too. Here's how. The first thing to know about Sisyphus Prime is his health, as he has 200 health points. Next thing to note about him is his attacks. Sisyphus' attacks are relentless, but they are telegraphed by him yelling loudly like he's an anime character. Some attacks are not telegraphed by him yelling, but either with a swooshing noise that signifies an unparryable regular attack, a beep that plays that says I'm teleporting up for a parryable slower close attack, or another beep that signifies he will dive down and cause a massive shockwave. The last attack can be parried for a full health and stamina restore, but you'll still need to dash in order to avoid the shockwave. Moving on to the voice line attacks, You Can't Escape signifies a 4-hit combo attack, the first two being charging punches, the third being a kick, and the fourth one stomping on the ground to cause a shockwave. If you're in the air, the first two attacks won't be able to hit you, but the third attack will have him teleport to you to get you back on the ground. His fourth attack can be parried to get back your health and stamina, but again, watch out for the shockwave. Dodge a combo, dodge to the side for the first two, dodge back for a third attack, and jump for the final one. Be Gone signifies him teleporting to you to clap his hands to cause a massive shockwave that goes vertically. Once again, this can be parried, but the shockwave will persist. Dodge to the side to avoid it. While his more uncommon attacks, Destroy will have him charge over to uppercut you and spawn an orb next to you that explode in the next few seconds. This does a lot of damage and has a huge raise, so you better have that dash ready. To dodge the attack fully, dodge the uppercut to the side and then either get enough distance from the explosion or simply dash at the right moment. His final attack is This Will Hurt, which causes him to charge to you and cause himself to charge up a massive explosion, which can be parried, and unlike the previous attacks, will have you avoid the explosion. Dodge his attack by getting out of range, dashing for iframes, or simply parrying him for a restoration of health and stamina. However, parrying is risky, as if you miss, you will get your health bar Thanos snapped. Occasionally he will say, nice try, and stay still. I wouldn't fully depend on this for victory. Not that when I say charge, it means moving very fast on the ground as if he's teleporting, but cannot get you into air, and teleport means, you know, teleport. Now let's move on to his most striking feature, his behavior. Sisyphus' most notable trait is his aggression, constantly teleporting over to you and not leaving a second to breathe. He does have a stamina system in the first phase where he can only be so relentless, but in the second phase he throws that out the window. He'll also teleport over to you at weirder angles, making him hard to track down and hit consistently. I'd recommend homing and hit scan weapons to use while he's chasing you down, like a revolver, nail gun, or rockets. When the first few moments when he's standing still, you should get as close as you can to him and use high damage combos or shotguns for high DPS and healing. Another thing to note is that when he's far away, he'll just walk right up to you. Use this opportunity for healing. One final thing of note is when he teleports, he will always be slightly outside the range of healing, so trading blows is harder. You need to make sure that every shot counts and get enough heal to keep up with him. Now we're done with that, let's talk strategy. Before the fight begins, you have a few seconds to either say your prayers or use an opening combos. The triple rail coin combo is a basic and efficient way to start the fight due to how much damage it does. There are also some crazy stuff with saws you can do, thanks for comments on my P2 video for bringing this to my attention. Once the fight starts, you should be saving your dashes for crucial moments, with the main dodging tool being slide jumping. Parrying is also a useful tool to keep up with him, as the attacks will drain your dashes quickly. If he's in the end lag of a slam attack in the first phase, grapple for a short bit onto it and then cancel it with a melee to fly over faster, get less hard damage, and heal more. If he doesn't have a magnet, stick it to him, as if you fire a rocket, Sisyphus is gonna regret going into air. Unless you're using saw blades, of course. Also, make sure you pay attention to Sisyphus when he enters his second phase, as his voice line can cancel the attack telegraph sound, and you'll have to go by just looking at him to know what he's doing next. If you're knocked into the air, don't depend on trying anything that needs airtime, as he can swiftly bring you back to the ground. Overall, stay alert, as one mistake can cause a downward spiral back to the death screen. And there's my stupid guide on how to beat Sisyphus Prime. Keep in mind, a lot of this is from my experience, and your playstyle might not mesh with mine. I mean, I play off the HUD and use semicircles around the crosshair to know how much health and stamina I have, but this should give you a good knowledge boost to help you take down the beast. One final thing I need to say is this won't instantly give you a win, as only your input can cause Sisyphus to fall. Overall, get your weapons ready and make sure Sisyphus dies for good this time. Thank you for watching and subscribe so you see more of my videos. Adios.